We were sitting on the couch after we finished dinner. It was a regular Tuesday night, when Sarah turned to me with that serious look that Sarah gets when Sarah has been thinking about something for a lot of days. I have a lot of qualities, but one thing that is really special about me is that I am a very honest person. I always tell the truth, even when it is hard. I think this is important in a relationship because marriage is a decision, and you want to be with someone you can trust. I believe that my honesty is something that makes me a good partner, and I think it is one thing that you should consider when you are thinking about marrying me. And if you want to spend the rest of your life with someone like me, my brain just stopped working. Was this some kind of test? We have been together for 3 years now. She is putting our whole future on one answer from me. My hands started to sweat as I tried to think of what to say to her. I was really scared that I would say something and mess everything up with my girlfriend. I thought about all the time we spent together, and I did not want to lose her because of one mistake. So, I had to think carefully about what I would say to her. I said, I can speak 4 languages. Well, I sat up a little straighter. I know Mandarin, Spanish, French, and English. I think that is something to be proud of. It shows I worked hard to learn them, and that I am smart. Learning languages, like Mandarin and Spanish and French and English, is not easy. It takes a lot of time and practice to speak English and the other languages. She did not smile. She just kept looking at me with those eyes. Usually those brown eyes made me feel at home. Now those brown eyes felt like spotlights that were shining right on me. I said this, and I kept talking. I run marathons. I finished the Boston Marathon year in under 3 hours. The Boston Marathon is a deal. It takes a lot of discipline to finish the Boston Marathon in under 3 hours. It takes a lot of commitment to run marathons, like the Boston Marathon. These are qualities to have in a husband, I think. Running marathons, like the Boston Marathon, shows I have discipline and commitment. I was getting really worried. My panic was getting worse and worse. Nothing was making me really scared. My panic was escalating. I am 32 years old. I make a lot of money, 6 figures to be exact. I am the senior analyst that my company has ever had. I have a retirement plan, which is my 401k, and I do not have any debt except for the mortgage on my house. The woman said that is not what she meant. She said it in a voice. Something about the way she sounded made me stop talking in the middle of what I was saying. I was sitting there feeling really down. I looked at myself. I saw the real me. I was talking about my resume like I was trying to get a job as Sarah's husband at a company. When did I start thinking that I was only good if I had a lot of achievements and good statistics? I was talking about my resume. It sounded like I was trying to be the perfect husband for Sarah. I did not like the person I had become, the person who thought that achievements and statistics were everything. The silence was really uncomfortable between us. My mind started thinking about when we met. I had just lost my job, was staying on my friend's couch. I met her at a coffee shop where I was using their internet to look for a job. She asked me what I was doing. I told her the truth about what was going on with me, of getting up and leaving. She sat down with me and told me about the time she got fired from her job the year before. The coffee shop was where we first talked. She was really nice to me. We spent 4 hours talking that day. We did not talk about the things we had done or what we wanted to do in 5 years. We talked about the things that scare us, the things we want to do, and the books that changed our lives. The books that changed us were a part of our conversation. She fell for me when I did not have anything to offer except for myself. I think it is really nice that she liked me for who I'm. The thing that I like about her is that she fell for me when the only thing I had to offer was myself. I asked after a while, my voice shaking a little. I am really scared. All the time, I am scared that I am not good enough for you. I am scared that one day you will figure out that you can do better than me. So I just keep doing things and getting good at them. I collect these things like they are shields to protect me. I hope that if I look good on the outside, you will not notice that down I am just a guy who is scared of losing you. You are the thing that has ever happened to me. Sarah's face looked a little kinder. Then she took my hand in hers. She said that the thing she was waiting for was to hear that that is what made her happy. She was happy to hear those words. That you wanted to hear that I am insecure. I wanted to hear that you trust me enough to be honest with me about everything. It is really tiring to watch you put on a show all the time, even when we are together. I asked you that question because I really needed to know if you can just be yourself around me. If we are going to get married, I need someone who is going to be my partner, not someone who is always trying to impress people like they do on LinkedIn. The weight I had been carrying for years seemed to lift a bit. So my special thing is being a mess. The thing that makes you special is that you are a being. You are brave enough to say that loud. She gave my hand a squeeze. I do not need you to be somebody who never makes mistakes. I need you to be a person. We are both going to mess things up, and it will probably be pretty bad. If we can tell the truth about the things that are hard for us, instead of acting like we are perfect, then maybe we can make something good together. We talked until 3 a.m. that night. Really talked about our fears and insecurities, and what we actually wanted from a life together. Not the highlight reel, but the blooper reel too. And for the first time in years, I felt like I was enough. Exactly as I was. The candle at La Bernardine was shining on Emma's face as she put her wine glass down. Emma had wanted to come to La Bernardine much, that she made a reservation a long time ago. Now I see why Emma chose La Bernardine. This was not a night out with Emma. I think one special thing about me is that I am a caring person. When it comes to the people I love, I always try to be for them. I am talking about being a listener and trying to understand what they are going through. I think this is something that's really important in a relationship like a marriage. So I want you to know that I am a person, and I will always try to be there. For you, I mean for my partner, for my husband or wife, for the person I will spend the rest of my life with, for my marriage partner. The words hung between us like a sword. I had seen this coming. The way she looked at me, the looks, the way she had been reading those relationship books, even highlighting some parts. This was definitely a test of our relationship. I knew there had to be a right answer to this relationship test. I said that I am very loyal, watching her face to see if she liked what I was saying. Once I decide to be with someone, I am with them all the way through the times and the bad times. I am talking about being loyal to that person, the person I care about. I mean it when I say that I am loyal to them. She did not change her expression. That is, strike one. For her, I said this fast. I am a person. I always think about what you need. Like that time you were really sick. With the flu month, I did not go to work for 3 days, so I could take care of you. She was playing with her fork in her pasta. She still did not say a word. The silence in the room was really uncomfortable. It felt like the silence was crushing her. She just sat there with her pasta, and the only sound was her fork moving around. I said to them, I am a listener. I wanted to make sure they knew that. I also told them, I am supportive of your dreams. I remembered when they wanted to apply for that promotion. I encouraged them to do it. Did I not encourage them to apply for that promotion? She looked at him, said, Is that all? In a really flat voice. Something inside of me just broke. We were together for 3 years, and it all came down to this moment. I was acting like a trained animal just to get her to like me. I said to them, my voice was sharper than I meant it to be. You see, I have a quality. My special quality is that I do not play games like this. I do not make the person I love, the person I am supposed to love, do all sorts of things to prove they are worthy of marriage. To me, I just do not do that with the person I love. Her eyes got really big. Games. You actually think this is a game? This whole thing is pretty weird. We are in a restaurant, and you are asking me questions that are hard to answer. It feels like I am on one of those dating shows on television. What is going to happen, Emma? Do I really have to write an essay on why I think I should be your husband? This is all a bit much. For me, I do not know what you want me to say, Emma. The woman said, I want to make sure we are right for each other, and her voice got loud. The couple at the table looked over at them because a food delivery woman and the man she was talking to. The woman really wanted to know if they were right for each other. They are trying to test me by giving me a pop quiz. They are also making me audition for a role that I thought I already had. What is the point of making me do this for the role that I thought was already mine? The book said. That Kai said, "What is this book you are talking about?" The book. Then I said, "What book are you referring to?" She looked a little sad. 7 questions to ask before saying, "I do." My sister told me about this book. My sister said it really helped her figure out what went wrong in her marriage. My sister said she learned a lot from 7 questions to ask before saying, "I do." That is why she liked it. You are getting ideas about our relationship from a book of discussing it with me. I think it would be better if you talked to me about what's going on with our relationship. Relationship issues are what we should be talking about, not just reading about them in a book. Our relationship is important. We should be discussing our problems, not just looking for answers in a book. About relationships, you are one person who should not talk about not communicating. When was the last time you told me how you really felt about something, without me having to ask you a lot of questions to get it out of you? You never tell me what is going on with you unless I ask you a lot. I have to drag the truth out of you every time. The accusation really hurt because it was true. I sat back. I could feel the fight going out of me. I am right, I said. I have been so focused on being what I think you want that I forgot to be myself. Every answer I gave you tonight, it is all true. It is also all not genuine. The things I said to you tonight, I was trying to say what I thought you wanted to hear from the person you want me to be, of being honest and being myself. I was trying to pass your test, the test you had for the person you want me to be, of being honest with you about what I really think and feel about the things you asked me. And that is not what I should have done with my answers to you tonight. Emma's shoulders sagged. I have been really worried that I would do the things my sister did, so I started treating our relationship like a test. This is not the kind of person I want to be. I did not want our relationship with my sister to be like this. The relationship with my sister is not a test. It is supposed to be about my sister and me. We sat there in silence for a moment. The food was really expensive. We had hardly eaten any of it. We were both staring at the food on our plates. I want to start fresh, I said. Not just forget about what happened tonight. I want to forget about this whole talk about our future. Can we please just start over with the conversation about our future? I mean, the conversation about our future is what is really bothering me. She nodded. I do not want to do any tests. I do not want to perform. I want to tell you something about me, I said. I am really scared of getting married. I want to work through this with you. I do not want to follow some plan or have all the things to say. I just want to figure out marriage with you and see what happens. Marriage is what I am scared of. I still want to try to understand it with you. I am really scared that I will mess this up. This month, I bought 3 books about relationships because I want to make sure I do things right. Mine is the fear of making mistakes in this relationship. That is why I got these books. I just do not want to screw this up with my relationship. That is when the tension finally broke. The laughter from both of us was a relief. I said we should leave this place. Let us go get some pizza and have a conversation like normal people do. We can talk about things like humans do. God, yes, she was already grabbing her coat. She was really going to get rid of those books. They were just so stupid. The books were going in the trash. Keep one, I said. We can use it as a coaster. Asterisk, the soap suds were up to Mia's elbows as she handed me another plate to dry. This was what we always did. Mia washed the dishes. I dried them, and we talked about what happened during our day. It was a normal Thursday night, with Mia washing and me drying and us talking about our days, until Mia asked, I think one special thing about me is that I am an honest person. I always try to be truthful and straightforward. This is something that I believe is really important in any relationship, in a marriage. I think it is essential to have trust and openness with the person you want to spend the rest of your life with. So I hope my honesty is something that you will appreciate and value in a partner. I want you to know that I will always be sincere with you. I hope that is something that will make you want to marry me. She said it easily, like she was asking what movie we should watch on Netflix. My brain started racing fast. This was the moment I had been waiting for. The moment with her was really important. I had to give an answer to what she asked about Netflix. I am really good at parking, I said, carefully drying the plate. I mean, I am freakishly good at I can fit my car into spaces that other people would not even try to park in. Parallel parking is something I'm really good at. The woman looked at me from the side. She did not stop washing the dishes. She just kept on washing them. The woman was washing the dishes. She looked at me sideways. I went on to say, and I always make sure to put the toilet seat down. My mind was thinking hard to come up with more things that make me special. That is pretty great, right? It shows that I think about people like my family and friends, and I do not want them to fall in or get upset because the toilet seat is up. Putting the toilet seat down is something that shows I care about the people I live with. I want to make their life a little easier. The toilet seat thing is really important to me. A small smile came onto her lips. I was already getting really upset. I can do something that's really cool. I can juggle 3 balls at a time. Sometimes I can even juggle 4 balls if I am having a day. Not a lot of people can juggle like that. I also make good pancakes. My pancakes are always golden brown. I never burn them. I have a way of making pancakes. I wait for the bubbles to form on the pancake. I wait for them to form right before I flip the pancake over. I think this is the secret to making pancakes. I make pancakes every time. I use this technique with the bubbles and the pancake. The girl was doing her best to stop herself from laughing. Her shoulders were shaking a bit. I know all the capitals of the states. I have never put clothes and colored clothes in the washing machine together. I can also do this cool thing with my eyes where I flip my eyelids inside out. Do you want to see me do it with my eyelids? That did it. Mia burst out laughing. She was laughing hard that she almost dropped the pan she was washing. Please, do not flip your eyelids, Mia said to the person. She was still laughing, and she could not stop thinking about the thing that the person did with their eyelids. I am also very good at finding Waldo, I said with a smile on my face now. Finding Waldo is really fun. I am great at it. I can look at a picture and find Waldo in just a few seconds. I can eat a whole package of Oreos all by myself without drinking any milk, which is a pretty cool thing that I can do with Oreos. Eating Oreos is one of my things to do with Oreos. The woman was laughing hard, and she had to lean against the counter for support. She said, "Stop, I really cannot breathe," because the laughter was too much for her. I put down the dish towel, turned around to look at her. You want to know the truth. The truth is, I have no idea what makes me special. I really do not know. I know I want to find out with her. I want to figure out what makes me special with her, by my side. Is that enough? For her, I want to find out what makes me special. I want to do it with her. Her laughter became really soft and sweet. That is perfect, actually. Why did you ask me that question anyway? I am not really upset about it, or anything. I just found out that I have least 12 things that I am pretty good at, but not really great at. She dried her hands on her apron, looking a bit embarrassed. My sister called me yesterday. My sister said you need a reason to marry someone. My sister said, it has to be a reason. My sister made it sound very simple, like there is one thing that makes you want to marry that person. My sister said, it is like that one thing makes you say yes. I want to marry this person. I thought about you. I realized I could not think of just one thing about you that makes me want to marry you. I could not think of one reason why I want to marry you. Ouch. No, that is the point. I could not name one thing, because there is not one thing. It is everything and nothing. You make coffee how I like it, without asking me. You dance to the radio when you think I am not watching you. You are standing here listing qualities of ours. Really silly, instead of getting mad at me for asking such a strange question. You do all these things. That is what I like about you, about us, about the way you make coffee, and the way you dance to the radio. I pulled her into a hug. I did not care that her hands were still damp from something. So what she was saying is, my special thing is that I do not have a thing. I think that is what makes us special as a couple. We do not have to try to impress each other. The thing about us is that we just fit together. We are a couple. That is what matters. Our relationship is about being comfortable with each other. The fact that we are a couple is what makes us happy. We do not need anything. We are happy with each other. That is all that matters. Our couple is special because we fit together. Should we tell your sister that we know this secret about the sister? It is a big deal, and the sister should probably know. The sister will find out sooner or later, so it is better if we tell the sister now. God, no. She would give me another book to read. Mia pulled back to look at me. Maybe we should figure out what marriage means to us. The marriage. Not what the marriage means to anyone. What the marriage means to other people. I said that. I like that. Do you want to start? We can do it while we finish these dishes. So we did that. We had a conversation about working as partners and growing together. The idea was that we would be a place for each other to make mistakes and then try again. We wanted to build something that was just. For us, something that did not have to be perfect or really impressive. It just had to be ours. And I didn't even mention that I can also touch my nose with my tongue.